and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, July 4th, 2017. Just want to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Not making any recommendations, always for your further homework. Good morning, Sue here from Chart of the Day Cafe. Hope you had a great long weekend. I sure did. So fun celebrating our 150th birthday here in Canada. And reason to celebrate in the US too. The markets in the US are closed today for July 4th, but we're putting our video out anyway in preparation for tomorrow. So as regular viewers well know, we always start our videos off with a look at the Russell Index. We always step back as well to take a look at it on the larger time frame using the 5-year monthly chart. We've been keeping an eye on this wedge pattern that is forming here on the Russell up here. This blue line is our more long-term area of support and resistance, but this is the area that we're really paying attention to these days. We note that there was a sequence of candles that really didn't have too much price direction. The Russell's been trading in a somewhat sideways fashion. In the month of May, we had a red candle which caught our attention, but June canceled it out with a more bullish orientation to the candle. And here we are starting off with the month of July, very beginning of the month, and we are getting close to that black trend line that we've been saying may offer some resistance like it did in the past. We will see. So I'm going to move it away from the monthly to the 1-year weekly. There's that orange line of support that we've been keeping an eye on, and we are noting that when price hits this black line, it seems to drift away. So did so in February, did so in April. Will it do so here in July? Who knows? We had a doji last week, so the market will be looking for some direction in the week ahead. I'm going to move it away from the weekly to the daily. I want you to note that at Chart of the Day Cafe, we use this blue line as our guide, this 8-day EMA, when price on the Russell is up and over that blue line and showing price strength, we offer new names for our watch list. So price is currently up and over that 8-day EMA, so we will be adding a name to our watch list today. And so the chart we're going to add to our watch list today is Ilumina Inc., ticker symbol ILMN, trades on the NASDAQ exchange in the US. Illumina is a super cool company. Before I get into the chart, let me tell you a little bit more about it. They're involved in the human genome sequencing space, which is something I think we're going to be hearing a lot more about in the years to come. It's still early days, but Illumina is one of the dominant players in that space. They're the maker of the genetic sequencing machines that allow people to sequence and identify their DNA. They were incorporated in 1998. And you know at Chart of the Day Cafe, it is all about two things, value and growth. Illumina has a nice value score and a current forecasted earnings growth rate of 18%. Third thing I look for, in this case it is not there, it's not a must like value and growth, is a dividend, and Illumina unfortunately does not pay a dividend. Current PE of 40.26. But with that, let's get into the chart. We're looking at the 2-year weekly chart. You can see that Illumina looks like it may be bottoming here. So it's got this little bottoming pattern and it based here. It's sitting at an area of support. This is the weekly chart that we're looking at. I like the way it's behaving in this area, and it's in a sector that is showing some strength. So we are putting it forward, even though it's not in a huge uptrend like most of the charts we feature. It's more of a bottoming pattern here, but I think it's at an interesting area and I wanted to get it on our list. I'm going to move it away from the weekly to the daily so you can better see. So it's all about price staying up and over our orange line of support. It had a low here. My presumption would be that if the market remains strong and starts to lift, Illumina will lift with it. So I will be looking for, it's early, and you know, at Chart of the Day Cafe, it's all about price being up and over the blue 8-day EMA. Whether you use it on a weekly or daily, it's up to you, but I like to see price up and over that blue 8-day EMA. So I am putting it on my list and will be keeping an eye on Illumina for a possible move higher from here up and over our blue 8-day EMA. Along with our watch list pick, we also like to take a look at the sector that it's in, and for that we're going to take a look at two ETFs. The first one is IBB, which is the biotech ETF. We're looking at the 2-year weekly chart. First thing I want you to note is the uptrend on the 2-year weekly. It's up and over this area of prior resistance with a very strong candle several weeks ago, and it looks as though with any strength continuing in the markets overall, this may continue to lift as well. The second one I wanted to take a look at was XLV, which is a healthcare ETF. We've looked at this a lot lately. Again, we're looking at the 2-year weekly chart. You can see on the 2-year it's trending higher and had, like IBB, a very strong week several weeks ago, and it looks as though should price continue to show strength in the markets overall, this will continue higher as well. We will see. We also like to take a look at seasonality, and for that we go to equityclock.com, and we're looking at the seasonal chart for Illumina. You can see that in June and July it has price strength which continues through most of the back half of the year. No guarantee that happens again this year, but it's always nice to know. Also like to go over to FinViz to see how analysts feel about our watch list pick, and Illumina has plenty of positive coverage along with a lot of really positive articles down here if you want to take a look. I'm going to include one of them with today's video. Illumina shines as another biotech winner. I'm also going to include an old video that really gets into what Illumina does. It's a reporter went for her DNA sequencing. It's about 5 minutes long, but if you're curious, it really lets you know exactly what Illumina does. And so to summarize, let's go back and check the boxes. We started our video today with a look at the Russell Index, and we note that on the monthly chart, the Russell has been trading in a somewhat sideways fashion over the last several months. Having said that, the month of June, for the most part, was positive, and price on the IWM is currently up and over the 8-day EMA on the daily chart. But we're coming into that upper band area where resistance started to kick in, so we want to be extra careful. We looked at two sectors, IBB and XLV. We note that they're both in an uptrend on the 2-year chart. Illumina is part of both. We looked at the chart for Illumina, and we note that it's in a bottoming pattern on the 2-year chart and maybe at an area of possible support and price strength continuation, emphasis on possible. We will see. It's got a good value score, and it's got a good growth score with a forecasted earnings growth rate of 18%. It does not pay a dividend, so the box is not checked, and it does not currently have a 3 and 8 EMA daily cross, but it does have seasonality in its favor. It does have analyst support. We took a look at FinViz for that. You can go and take a look at some of those articles as well. Current PE of 40.26, and it looks as though earnings will be on July 25th. As a reminder, these videos go out every Tuesday and Thursday morning prior to 9:30 a.m. If you like receiving them, please subscribe to our channel by hitting the red subscribe button on our YouTube homepage. It's my goal to build a strong, smart, supportive community of fellow chart enthusiasts. Remember, our focus is on value and growth and picking the very best charts we can find. Thanks and have a great day. Our next video goes out on Thursday.